Well, I'm heading back to the office, so we have a chat about how our attitudes towards clothes have changed during lockdown. Plus, some excitement about the upcoming Barbie and Ken movie and recent revelations during those January 6th hearings. And then, we're going a bit more normal than usual for the Year of the Saints. So no changelings or dog heads or nipple play. I mean, not as far as we know with this one. And what's that on the horizon? A special birthday celebration for me? In the form of a pirate-themed live stream? What? Yes! We are doing a live stream on Saturday, July 23rd from 2 to 3 o'clock U.S. Central Time, and you are all invited. Grab yourself a rum-based cocktail and join us live as we throw a special pirate party. It's costumes, it's props, it's dramatic readings, it's all sorts of the ridiculous shit you expect from us, but with a bit of extra booty thrown in. Get ye to our YouTube channel or our Facebook page so you can set yourself a reminder, 'cause you don't want to miss the party of the summer. Welcome to Pitney and Amelia's Bitchin' Boutique!
We may be awful,
But we're right! Oh, man. So, it's almost time for me to go back into the office. It's so formal. The evacuation order has been lifted.
Oh,
That's
please.
that's officially what it's been said. So, as of the day we're recording this, last week was the last day of the evacuation, and this week was a lot of people's first week back. I went back into the office for 2 whole hours today, just because I had to go into town. I got my second booster shot. My husband and I decided, it just sort of worked out that way. And since we were going into town anyway, and because we were going to take the afternoon off to do that, we decided that we'd take advantage of that and just drive to the office first. Because during my time off, during my time at home, they mailed me a monitor that I didn't need here.
Oh, wait, I think I remember that.
Yeah. Because
that was a weird thing.
Well, because
yes.
when I started this job, I was supposed to get, what they call like the laptop package from IT. And I was supposed to get a 24-inch monitor when I got my laptop. But they didn't have... I barely got...
Okay.
I mean, I was lucky I got a keyboard. I mean, I barely got everything I was supposed to get. And I didn't get my carrying case, and I didn't get my monitor. And I was having to borrow monitors in the office. And then when I started working at home, I bought myself, I bought monitors. I mean, I wasn't going to sit here and work without a monitor. I mean, I write code for a living. I have to be able to see what I'm doing. A tiny little laptop screen, not sufficient for writing code.
Yeah.
Lines and lines of code. I need to be able to fucking read it. And I need to be able to, run the code and see if it works. I have to have space for that. So anyway, so they mailed me, when I finally got my monitor, instead of delivering it to my desk in the office building, they mailed it to me at my house. Which was well, I guess that's nice, but I really don't need it here, so it's just been sitting here.
Oh, so did you have to bring it to the office now?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, we had to put it in a suitcase. We had to put it in a rolling suitcase, because we were
oh my God, how funny.
Because we kept thinking, it's a 24-inch monitor is kind of big. like a monitor.
For a monitor,
a
yeah.
24-inch monitor on a stand, like.
It's big,
That's a big thing, And so we put it in a rolling suitcase because it's like you can't really just like carry it in your hand. Not to like get out of a car, walk across a parking lot, go through a revolving door that you have to bang your badge to get in and carry it through an office building. I mean, there's really no way to do that. So we had to get kind of creative, and it's like it looked like we were going on vacation with our suitcase, but that was the only way to get it in the building. And luckily nobody stopped us and asked us what the hell was in the suitcase.
But how little old lady of you to have to carry your stuff to work in a roller suitcase.
Well, they one of the things that they gave me was actually a rolling bag for the purpose of carrying my stuff, but it's like technically my laptop fits in it, but nothing else really does.
Oh, yeah.
But I did use it because I knew there was so much stuff at my desk that I was going to want to bring home, because it's like I'm not really working there anymore, so I really don't need all this shit. Oh my God, there was so much old, like, expired Tylenol and eye drops, and, because when I went home in March of 2020, I thought I was going to be home for a few months and I'd be back.
Oh, yeah.
There was, like, packets of microwave, like, Indian spiced lentils. There was tea bags. There was all kinds of stuff in my desk that I threw so much crap in the trash today. It was like so much expired, nasty crap.
Now, did it smell weird or was it okay?
No, I mean, everything was still sealed up. It's just it was old,
Oh, okay.
But it was kind of horrifying. I was really concerned at, what condition some of this stuff might be in. But it was kind of weird, like, getting up today, even though I was only going to go in there for a couple hours, like, having to, like, get dressed for work. Although it wasn't, arriving at work at 7:30, which is my normal time. Mm-hmm. I didn't have to get there till 9:30. So it wasn't like my normal getting ready for work is, which...
Now, did you have to, like, clock in and everything so they knew you were there, or was it just sort of understood that you were there?
No, because I had already done my timesheet the day before. Well, not my timesheet, but I'd already input my time for the week the day before. Okay, and my manager knew, I was taking 2 hours of leave in the morning, and then I was going to be in the office for 2 hours, and that was taking 4 hours of COVID vaccine leave.
Oh, yeah,
booster shot leave. And then, so they knew I didn't have to say anything to anybody. But I gotta say, it was weird how in some ways it felt normal walking into that building, because I've walked into that building 10 billion times.
Yeah.
But it was like all these people I haven't seen in a really long time. Especially one particular person who I knew he'd be there. Regular listeners would know how I could just refer to him as the dipshit, which is what I frequently refer to him, but I have sort of an abuser.
Yeah. Your ex-friend nemesis.
My former, I thought we were friends, but apparently he thought we were only co-workers, and he defines co-worker in a very weird way, if that were true.
Yeah. Oh, please. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, we don't need to go there again.
But he was there, and I only saw him just very briefly because, of course, I did not acknowledge him, and there was no speaking, as per the agreement.
Yeah.
But I only mention it just to say that I was rather pleased to see that he looks like shit. Kind of looking like a bloated, drinking yourself to death kind of an appearance. Sad, but what are you gonna do? I mean, part of me wanted to believe that he was doing well, and that he, that his healing journey, blah, blah, blah. I mean, he's in therapy too, but apparently losing probably the only friend he had in the world, was not a positive experience for him. And that happening right before the world shut down, and he's been sitting in his sad little apartment alone for 2.5 years. It's not a good look on him.
Oh well.
Yeah. So
maybe he needs to start doing harder drugs, and then he'll lose that weight.
Yeah, he's like me. Like me. He likes the downers. He likes the going comatose drugs. He doesn't
I know,
like
but
stimulants.
you get overweight, do a little math.
He's like me. He likes the sleepy times. He likes the sitting on the couch and staring into space drugs. He likes those like I did.
Yeah. Shoot a little heroin. He'll lose that weight. Oh,
he would look so hot if he did heroin. He's totally the kind of guy who should be a heroin addict, because doesn't he look like the sort of guy? I mean, he always wanted to live his punk rock dreams anyway. I mean, that's the ultimate.
I think I only remember meeting him once, and I remember thinking that he was really cute.
He was!
But for the life of me, I can't remotely remember what he looked like.
He was very, very pretty. The night that you met him, I had a house full of people, and when he left, every single person in the house turned to me and went, "Oh my God." That's how good he looked. And my mother called me the next day and said, "So, who's the blonde guy?" That's how good he looked that day. I mean, it's sad. It's sad that he had the potential for being really fucking great, and now he's this.
Yeah, and I don't even remember if I even spoke to him. I'm sure I did.
No, you did.
Like, peripherally.
He was the belle of the goddamn ball. Everyone talked to him that day. He was the most popular person in the house.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't know what we would have talked about. No.
Well, I know at some point, I specifically remember at some point, you brought up something big surprise. Big surprise, the conversation went in a kiss direction. And you...
Oh, God, I was just going to say, did I start talking about kiss?
Well, the reason why I remember it is because you clearly said something about... And you and I both know what particular Gene Simmons tongue move I'm referring to. The very elaborate tongue move. The twisty-turny tongue move. You made a reference to that twisty-turny tongue move. And the reason why I remember that is because he was sitting next to me. I was sitting between him and my husband. And he leaned over to me and said, I can do that with my tongue. And it's like, really? You're going to say that to me?
In front of your husband.
I mean, I don't think my husband heard it. But it's like, really? Yeah. That guy. God damn it.
My goodness.
See, when things were good, when things were fun with him, they were great. But he just had
that can be said about a lot of things.
But he just had to go and fucking ruin it and just turn into... He had the potential to be awesome and to make a really good boyfriend for somebody, but nope. That was his doing. So anyway, he looks like shit, and I rejoiced a little bit. And I know the feeling. And to quote the worst person in the world, I'm not going to feel bad about that. I'm not gonna feel bad about that. Why should I feel bad about that?
Because you just don't have to feel bad.
No. I didn't do anything wrong. It just basically proves that, my healing was great. Going home for a little over 2 years was exactly what I needed at that point in my life. And apparently it was the opposite of what he needed at that point in his life. But, too bad for him. Because I'm doing fine. I guess, sort of.
Hi, this is Two Girls on a Bench, the podcast. So we're two writers who tend to procrastinate just a bit.
We like to snack. We like to talk.
We don't have time to write, but we have time to do this podcast.
We certainly do. Join us on the bench.
Listen in.
At number 2 Girls on a Bench.
But now how are you dealing with the horse shit of having to go into the office and goddamn look nice?
Well, that was, having to pick out an outfit. I mean, it's not like I really dressed up to go to work. I mean, I was basically, my work uniform was jeans and like a camisole, like basically the camisole I'm wearing right now. Jeans and like a camisole and like a cardigan, something like that. Or jeans and a camisole and say, like, if it was cold out, a hoodie. I mean, yeah. I don't dress particularly nice.
I know, but you couldn't, like you normally at home with your fuzzy slippers and your Kiss boxer shorts and your beer-stained bra. You can't wear that at work.
Yeah, like, if I'm going into the office, I have to wear a real bra.
Yeah.
Like, I have to wear pants. I have to wear a bra. I have to wear shoes, like actual shoes. I have to brush my teeth and do something to my hair. And, and I gotta say, that is going to be a very hard thing for me to get used to. Yeah. And even though now that it's time to go back to work, I only, thank God, the work that I do is mostly done at home, and the minimum requirement, which I will only do the minimum, is that I go in 2 days every pay period. So every other week I will go in for 2 days.
See, that's that's great.
Yeah. And so I can, I can manage that. But, I mean, I feel terrible for other people who feel the need. I am curious about the people who used to dress a lot nicer. I am curious because I know that the general, I mean, I've always been a comfy clothes kind of person, but like, to me, I'm at a point where I'm not even so sure I want to wear jeans to the office anymore. Like, I could wear sweatpants. I could wear yoga pants. Why should I wear something with a button and a zipper? That fabric is a little too stiff, and that's a little too hard. There's hard clothes and there's soft clothes.
Yes.
And I feel like I used to wear like a nice blouse from time to time. I did put on a little necklace this morning because I was trying to like feel like I was taking it seriously, even though I was only going in for 2 hours. I did my hair. My hair looked cute, but it was weird. It was very weird. I am going to get my nails did this weekend, so I can...
That's good.
They're not did right now. I look like shit.
Yeah. Well, bump it up a little bit. Like, do your nails black, wear your black lipstick, be goth at work.
I mean, I already have blue hair. I mean, I'm already that weirdo.
Yeah.
But I gotta ask, so, like, you've been, whatever they call the frontline worker, so you haven't been stuck at home the way I've been stuck at home. And when you're at work, I mean, it's not like you have to dress fancy either, but...
No.
So you haven't really experienced as much of the just sort of turning into a blob that only lives in sweatpants as much as I have.
No, but to the sense that when I wasn't at work and, when the pandemic happened, I mean, I had no friends here.
That's true.
So it's not like I did anything. I would sit in front of the television.
That's true.
And let's just say that I went from having like one pair of sweatpants to like 5 pairs of sweatpants and several different pajama bottoms.
Oh, God.
And that is largely what I live in now, and it's got to the point where I still don't go out a whole lot, but I do actually wear clothing when I go out.
Right.
But I will be seen at Safeway now in sweatpants.
Right.
Which I would have never in a million years done that before.
Right. And I'm sure a lot of that is because everyone else, it seems like...
Oh, yeah.
Now, granted, I don't go out much, but it definitely feels like the world has become... we've just sort of become a nation of sweatpants.
Oh,
to a level we never have before.
Yeah, and I have gone to the store to buy cigarettes in flip-flops and pajamas.
Well, that's just class.
Which is, I would have never in a million years done that before.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah. That's been one of the fun things about having to get, like, you know, in the last year or so, having to get like an entirely new wardrobe for my husband because he's lost so much weight. And, you know, it's like making decisions about, well, I guess we should get you some sweatpants. I guess we should get you some pajama pants. You know, like, we have to make decisions about, like, well, we have to decide how many of these do you need? Because you don't have like a lifetime's accumulation of shit. You know.
Well, now I know what to get him for Christmas. I'll get him some snappy sweats.
Oh my god. Well, and plus, like, well, especially things like, on top of just the general sitting around the house clothes, we also had, here anyway, in the middle of all that, we had that horrible winter storm. You know, we had that, like, 2 weeks of you know, like, all the below freezing temperatures and stuff. And it's not like people here had long underwear and things like that, you know.
Yeah.
And so I started buying things like that. You know, like shirts and pants that were like basically thin, like micro fleece kind of layers. And I've been known to just wear that shit around. It's like, it's technically underwear, but it's like, hey, they're pants.
Right.
I mean,
right.
Who's to say they're not leggings like any other pair of leggings? You know, you're not walking over here feeling my legs. You don't know what they are. You can't see the label.
You know, I will say though, you know, there's certain, like, I have a couple pairs of sweats that I have bought at Costco. Mm-hmm. And I avoid wearing them because they're too much work to put on and off.
Why? Are they like drawstring?
Because they have, you know how some of them, they have the little, like, t-shirt sleeve cuffs at the bottom around the ankle.
Like the elastic?
Yes.
I hate that at the ankle.
Yes.
I hate that.
I have 2 pairs that I actually like, but I very seldom wear them because I cannot handle the work.
Because you can't get your foot through there.
Of having to push my foot through the elastic. There's just been, like, there's days where I would rather starve than go to the store because then I'd have to put on shoes. And it's the same thing. I'd rather wear filthy pants than wear those when I have to take because I have to go through all the work of pushing my foot through the elastic.
Well, and if you're standing up and trying to put those on, you could hurt yourself. If you're standing and trying to shove your foot through a tiny hole at the bottom of the leg, you could hurt your ankle, you could fall, you could break a hip.
Oh, with my bad knees, I have to sit down to put those on.
At our age, we are on the verge of being elderly.
I know.
We should not be wearing such dangerous clothing. And I'll tell you one thing that's fucking infuriating, especially, of course, this is a general truth about women's pants, is that someone has just decided that women's clothes just should never have pockets in them ever. That's why women get so excited whenever something does have pockets. Oh, yeah. Like, it's like, oh, that dress is really cute. Thanks, it has pockets. That's why we always get so excited.
I've seen things online, you know, and they make a big feature.
There's pockets.
When women's clothes have pockets. Oh,
and they're not just pockets, they're like real pockets so you can put your hands in. And not like decorative stupid pockets. But like, I was trying to find sweatpants, like fleece pants, like warm, not thin yoga pants, fleece pants that are normal pant leg pants, not gathered at the ankle, and pockets. That is 3 features I wanted in a single garment. Does not exist. Does not fucking exist. I was even looking in men's pants because I thought, well, God, they have to make them for men. I couldn't find them. And I ended up buying something because I swear I thought, oh, I finally found the right thing. And then I got them and they were the thinnest fucking cotton. They were soft, they were nice, they were cute, they had pockets, they had these big wide legs, but they weren't fucking fleece and they're not warm.
Oh.
And it's like I bought these in the winter.
Well, you can wear them right now.
Right. It's like I can wear them in the summertime, but I bought them in the wintertime. And that's part of the problem about buying shit online, is that if I can't fucking feel it with my fingers, I don't fucking trust it anymore. I have bought...
Yeah, and you don't know what you're getting.
And of course that's another thing. I have probably 30 or 40 pairs of black knit pants of some type or another.
Yeah.
Because I used to, for whether they were things I used to do like my dance class in, or old sweatpants, or new long underwear, or things I've bought over the years trying to get sweatpants, but they're not sweatpants. And whenever like laundry gets done, it's just all these things folded up, put in a pile, and it's like, I don't know which one is which. Like you can't, I can't tell what they are. And my husband just shoves them all in a drawer. And I'm like, well, now that means I have to take them all out of the drawer.
So you can
to find the one that I want. And I keep telling him, it's like, I need to come, I will come up with a way of doing it. I mean, I shouldn't complain that I don't have to do all the laundry around here. It's very nice to have someone in the house that will just do all the laundry. Like, I just turn around and the laundry's done. And it's hung and folded and whatever. But a few years back, I cleaned out my closet and I reorganized it. You would never know that now. Because when stuff gets hung back in the closet, it's just a big wad of shit just shoved into one place. And it's like, I organized stuff. And when all of your clothes are black, you have to have a system or else you'll never find anything.
That's true.
And there are times when he will put things on a hanger that's like, why is this even on a hanger? Like, I would not... I can't find it. And he's like, what? It's hanging in the closet. Like, but it's a tank top. Why would it be hanging on a hanger in the closet? That's literally the last place I would look.
Oh, so I just had a fantasy.
Of what?
Of you and your new work look.
Mm-hmm.
I think you need to go a little retro.
Well, okay.
And I think every day you go to work needs to be a unitard, a headband, with leg warmers and Reeboks.
The high top Reeboks? Yeah.
The high top Reeboks. And I think you need to bring back, the Olivia Newton-John workout videotape fashion. And wear that to work.
Well, it's weird because right before you said that, the phrase roller disco popped into my head.
Oh,
and as soon as you said unitard, it was like, oh my God, he might be going to roller disco. Because when you said unitard, my first thought was like gold lame. Gold lame unitard.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of, oh my God, did you know that they're making a live action Barbie movie?
No.
Starring Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling as Barbie and Ken.
Really?
And I swear to God, just the other day, it is totally like, which which Barbie was it that was into fashion fun? Was it
Animal Lovin' Barbie.
Oh, that was Animal Lovin' Barbie.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Animal Lovin' Barbie's into fashion fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. See,
It's weird how we remember that, but we do.
But see that, and now I'm thinking about Kiss and their Animalized outfits. But no, but see, they were filming like on the street, like in Venice Beach, and they were wearing like all these neon colored like rollerblading outfits.
Oh.
Both of them and it was like, oh my god, it was fucking amazing. It was very like late 80s, early 90s neon rollerblading outfits.
See how fabulous.
And I don't even know if I know what this movie is trying to be, but it's Greta Gerwig, the one who did Lady Bird and that Little Women movie, I guess so she did that one. Uh-huh. So I'm intrigued. And it's Margot Robbie, and she has... I love her anyway.
It is, you know it's going to be fabulous.
Yeah.
And you also know it's going to bomb, and it's going to be critically panned. I don't care what it is.
Yeah.
But it's going to be fabulous.
I'm going to be really disappointed if there aren't musical numbers. Because if it's a true Barbie movie...
Oh yeah, you have to have Barbie and the Rockers.
It has to either depending on which era it is, it has to either be Barbie and the Rockers, or it has to be Think Pink. It needs Beyond Pink. Yeah. It needs to be one of those two.
Yeah, it has to be Beyond Pink.
So, sorry everyone. Beyond Pink was the band. Think Pink was their hit single.
I am very upset though that they're making that movie and they're not having Paris Hilton as Barbie.
Well...
Because Paris Hilton needs to be Barbie.
Well, maybe she's playing PJ. Or...
You know, yeah.
Or maybe she's... Oh, I wonder if someone's playing Skipper. Oh my god.
Oh, I don't know.
And you know, of course, like, you have to go back to, like, the original Barbies to have, like, all their other friends. Like, remember how the Ken doll had a friend named Alan? And Ken's friend Alan was totally into Ken. Do you remember like all those pictures from the 50s of all the dolls and like when it was like Midge?
I remember Midge.
Oh, oh my god.
But I mean, regardless, it's gonna bomb whatever. But I think it's gonna be fabulous.
Oh my god! If there is not at least one scene in that movie where Ryan Gosling is not wearing the purple mesh top with a cock ring.
Oh, with the cock ring.
If they don't do Earring Magic Ken with the big blousey pleated black pants.
Oh my god, and that top, yes.
And the purple mesh top. With a vest, because it was the sleeveless top with the vest, and then the cock ring.
With that silver plastic cock ring, yes.
Cock ring Ken was
it just has to be Paris Hilton playing Barbie. It has to be.
But it's not, it's Margot Robbie.
Oh, how disappointing.
I mean, she was an excellent Tonya Harding. She's really quite wonderful. I mean, she really can play anyone.
Isn't Ryan Gosling too old to be Ken, though? What is he now, like 70?
I don't really know. He was young Hercules. How old was he?
I know, but he's old. That was in, 1994, 95? And he was probably 22, maybe?
No, I don't think
he was 20. Or 20, maybe he was 20.
No, I think he was, fresh out of the Mickey Mouse Club or something.
No, but nobody over 30 should be playing Ken. I don't think anybody over 24 should be playing Ken.
Well, as long as they're the same age, as long as they match. Because I don't think...
But, I mean, how old... But then again, me saying how old is Paris Hilton now?
Yeah, what is she, 1,000? Yeah.
I know. I mean, God, she's old now.
I mean,
but she's our age. Oh my god. Oh, she's not quite our age.
She's not our age.
She's probably, 40?
Yeah, she might be 40. Because she would be like around like Britney and like Lindsay Lohan's age.
Yeah. But but if they had Paris, there'd be good musical numbers. Because she can sing.
Well, maybe they're letting her write the music.
Oh my god.
Because she is a talent.
And we have discussed before on the show how much I love her album, that I still listen to it, and I'm the only one.
Yeah, you're the one who bought it.
Our friend Allie are the only two people that still listen to that.
Yeah, you're the one who bought the Paris Hilton album.
I don't even think
Unironically,
she listens to it anymore, and she's probably horrified by it.
Yeah, I legitimately wonder what Paris Hilton is doing right now. Like, I have not heard anything from her in so long. Like, I don't even know what she's doing.
Oh,
not that I'm looking, but
she's probably at some board meeting doing advertising boards for some perfume in Hong Kong. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like
something boring. Or some new eyelash glue in, Singapore.
It's like there's so many people who have kind of become what Paris was. Like, she was the influencer. She was the person who just sort of showed up places and got her picture taken, and that was her job.
Yeah.
And now all these other people are doing that, and they don't need her to do it anymore.
Well, I think she's grown up and she's doing her business shit,
God, do you think she's, like, married with a kid?
God, I don't know. I think she is married, actually. I think I read something. I think so.
Oh, my God.
Ooh, we should have her on the show.
Yeah, I'm sure she's not too busy. I'm sure she'd be thrilled.
We'll call her up.
I'm sure she'd be like, sure, I'll do your podcast. But Paris.
Oh my God.
Because, I mean, if we told her, it's like, Paris, we can guarantee tens of listeners.
Right. And we'll plug your album.
We swear, we've actually heard it.
We'll plug your 25-year-old record. That's out of print.
Oh my God.
I don't even think that thing went through more than one pressing. There's no way.
Do they still press records anymore?
I remember, the CDs. I remember I went to the Paris Hilton big record release party at Oil Can Harry's.
Oh my
And they
God.
had balloons, and they had all this stuff in it, and they had stacks of CDs. Nobody was taking them. No one.
Because at Oil Can Harry's, everyone there is stupid and gross. If they did it at a good bar,
well, it
people
was
would have
the Twinkie bar at the time, so you would have thought it would have been the perfect thing. But nobody was taking those CDs.
Oh my God. What a shame.
Yeah.
The Year of the Saints. I decided to go a lot less wacky this time around because there's this saint that my family has a slight connection to. And since my birthday is about a week after this episode goes out, it's a good time for me to bring her up. So, quick background. I've said many times on this show that I am white AF. And colonial white at that. So, one ancestor of mine A William Elder of a long line of William Elders is a prominent figure in American Catholic history, particularly in the state of Maryland. And he was a big landowner, slave owner, and he was such a good Catholic and apparently so damn rich that he donated a huge tract of land to the church. And that land became known as St. Mary's Mountain. And a church was erected there in 1806 called St. Mary's on the Hill, yada, yada, yada. And a couple years later, it all became Mount St. Mary's University. Well, not long after the university was founded, Elizabeth Ann Seton came to live there and started a school for girls as well as a religious community to care for the children of the poor, similar to the Daughters of Charity in Europe. So she basically created the first parochial educational system in the United States, and it's worth noting that this was like her second life, because when Elizabeth was a young woman, she was an Episcopalian in New York, attending Trinity Church. Yes, the same church where like the Hamiltons and the Schuylers and Hercules motherfucking Mulligan went. And after her husband died of tuberculosis, she converted to Catholicism, which was a big deal because there were literal laws against Catholicism that had only just been lifted. And she started a school for girls up there in New York. But when people found out a filthy Catholic was running the school, they took their kids out. And she was about to hightail it to Canada when she met some nice French priests who introduced her to Bishop Jean Dubois, and the rest is big-time Maryland Catholic history. And there are tons of schools and hospitals named after her, and the organization she started expanded into the larger Sisters of Charity, and it's still going strong today. And you can visit her relics at the National Shrine of St. Elizabeth Ann Seton in Emmitsburg, Maryland, just down Highway 15 from the Elder Family Cemetery, that has a historical marker and everything. And one more thing about Mother Seton here. Depending on who you ask and how you define first, she's the first American saint. First because she was the first saint born in what would become America. Since she was born in 1774, it wasn't quite America yet. But of course, she wasn't canonized until nearly 200 years later in 1975. Which is why many argue that Mother Cabrini, who was born in 1850 in what is now Italy, but was then the Austrian Empire, but came to America in 1889, but she was the first, because she was the first American citizen to be canonized. I mean, she died in 1917, was beatified in 1938, and canonized in 1946. Sounds like a rush job to me, but you know that Pope Pius XII, he loved Italians. Now look, I'm not looking for a fight or anything, and I definitely don't want to piss off the Cabrini people, but I am Team Satan all the way, Jack.
So I just have one thing to say. Totally off topic, but I just have to share it because it's so fabulous. I do not want to talk about this topic whatsoever.
Okay.
Except for the January 6th trial hearings.
Yes.
All I gotta say, I am so fascinated.
I know exactly what you're gonna say.
Excited about Trump throwing plates of food.
Yes!
And especially about Trump
immediately.
getting mad at the news and pulling out the tablecloth and food going all over.
I thought of you
and
immediately.
And I love, yes, and that one thing about ketchup on the walls. Oh my God, I'm so excited.
I thought of you immediately.
Did you?
Yes. just in general, just a general statement about that woman, because I watched every minute of her testimony. I did. Because I follow the YouTube account of Crooked Media, the people that do Pod Save America and stuff, and they do live streams. So like you can have it set to notify you that it's about to start. And what they do is they will pull in, like, say, C-SPAN's streaming, but then they'll put that, like, off to the side, and then they'll have, like, on the right-hand side of the screen, they'll be doing, like, a live chat where they'll be typing catty remarks.
Oh.
Which, I'm, like, listening to it while I'm working, but it's really hard to not have, like, one eye on that screen because, the catty remarks are so fucking good. But that day, when the ketchup thing happened, I was laughing so hard, and I was like my husband's in the other room, and I'm just like, I can't even explain to you what I'm laughing at right now. Like, like, it is so, I would have to back up and explain everything that's.
And if you did tell him, he would just look at you and go, "Oh, honey."
Well, yeah. But the thing that's amazing
he totally would not understand why it's so funny.
But the thing about this woman, this woman is 25 years old. I'm just gonna say, this is a perfect example of when you have like a 25-year-old woman who's just a staffer. She's just some woman who works in the office. No one takes her seriously, but she sees and hears everything.
Oh yeah, and this bitch is like,
she remembers everything everybody said.
She is taking this to a whole new level, and I think it is glorious.
And granted, yeah, she worked in the Trump White House. She was on their team. I mean, she is no Democrat, but she recognized that, oh my God, I'm working for a bunch of criminal assholes. She started taking fucking notes. And by the time, but the thing was, he's like having his lunch, having his McDonald's or whatever the fuck he's having for his lunch on the nice porcelain china in the White House.
Yes.
And he's watching the news and he gets mad and he literally, he's throwing the plate towards the TV.
Yes.
For it to smash on the wall like that. And I'm just like, so apparently he just threw tantrums like that all the time.
I love it. The only thing, yes.
In no way does that surprise me.
But
it was a level of detail I was not expecting. And now I'm thinking about, oh my God, there's so many people who, like, at least once a week we're having to clean ketchup off of things.
Oh, and of course I'm fantasizing he gets so enraged and his toupee flies. And Melania's looking disgusted. And,
assuming she's ever even around him. Assuming she's even there. Oh, my
God. And of course, me being me, my mind has gone to where I want to reenact it.
Oh, my God.
Of course.
Well, you can't do it in my house.
I know. The only thing that has excited me in real life so much is the time that I read about Elvis shooting the television.
Yeah. I think he probably really wanted to like break the television by throwing the plate, but he can't throw with his tiny little baby hands.
Because
oh my God.
Because it's long been a fantasy of mine. I want to be so rich. I have 100 televisions always on hand. And always, set up and installed with all the shit that they have to do to set up a TV now. I want to be so rich that every time the news pisses me off, I shoot the TV and the servants bring in a new one.
They're all just on like rolling carts, like you're like in the library at school, and they just roll in the next one on an identical TV stand.
How dare you, Bill O'Reilly? And then they wheel in a new TV.
It could be like you're at a carnival, and it could be like you're playing Duck Hunt, and the TV's they're on like a conveyor belt, and they just automatically as soon as the shot is fired, it triggers the next one to just slide in its place.
Yeah, but maybe it humiliated Melania so much. And she was so mortified, because say it happened when she was having, out-of-country guests one night that she really wanted to impress. And then that happened, and then he got so mad, she pulled off his toupee and flushed it down the toilet, just like in Valley of the Dolls.
Oh, yes. Oh, my God. Oh, what's the line? What is the line? What is the line she says when she's saying goodbye to the wig? When Neely is flushing the toilet and saying goodbye to the wig.
It's something...
Was it like Goodbye Kitty?
It's something kitty cat. Yeah, goodbye, kitty cat.
Meow.
Yeah.
And then she flushes it. Oh my God.
And then
who was I talking to? I said Sparkle Neely. I said Sparkle Neely to someone the other day. Who was I talking to?
Did they know what it was?
Yes, but they had to. Well, they didn't. They did, but they asked me to make sure that they knew. They were like, "That's Valley of the Dolls, right?" I'm like, "Of course it is."
Yes.
Like they wanted to make sure that they were getting the reference right. Sparkle Neely.
In fact, Sylvia just bought the deluxe edition of Valley of the Dolls that has a DVD of extras.
Oh my God.
And only because I would not stop talking about that movie, and so she bought it. So we have... we're gonna soon do a time where we're gonna watch that movie, and I asked Mom if she wanted us to watch it,
Yeah.
And she was like, I am not sitting through that movie again. Y'all can watch it.
Oh my God.
Mom,
the extras. I can't even imagine how glorious the extras are going to be. Oh my God.
But of course we did put the disc in, and we did watch the scene.
The ripping off of the wig
The
scene?
ripping off the wig.
Because it's the best part.
That's a switch from the fags you usually hang out with. Well, at least I never married one.
Neely O'Hara!
I love that movie. And when she's drunk in that bar listening to the jukebox of her own songs, and she's just like singing along.
It's been too long.
Oh, it warms my heart.
Oh, it's been way too long. I have not
warms
watched it in so long.
The coldest, cuntiest parts of my heart, and it makes me so happy.
Oh my God.
Anyway.
Yeah, but back to the ketchup for a second.
Yes.
I want to know what the White House ketchup budget is, and I want to know, is he a Hunt's guy? Is he a Heinz guy? Is he one of those like artisanal small batch ketchup people?
Oh no. I bet it was, my fantasy is, it's McDonald's
Little packets.
on porcelain plates with the little packets of ketchup that he just, and he doesn't even care if he washes his hands after, because he's that kind of pig. I bet it's McDonald's ketchup on the walls, and there's packets on the floor next to his chair in the White House dining room.
Ooh, do you think he uses a packet of McDonald's ketchup as lube?
Oh God! Oh my God! We need to make a video, and it can be how presidential.
Well, I mean, I have taken a picture of you dramatically posing with a small bowl of ketchup in a restaurant.
Oh God!
Because it's a classy establishment when they put the condiments in little bowls.
Oh God!
Thanks for listening.
If you enjoy our show, please take a moment to rate and review us on Apple Podcasts or Stitcher.
If you send us a screenshot of your review, we'll send you a Bitchin' Boutique sticker.
Everyone loves stickers! Please subscribe or add us to your favorites wherever you get your podcasts.
Subscribers get new episodes first and are also more attractive.
Drop us a line anytime at PitneyAndAmelia@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you!
And of course my mind, I will never do it, but my mind is going to make videos of this. I will never do it, but that's where my mind is going. And it would be perfect in this series that I want to do with, you know, the cake batter and the beaters.
Oh, well, sure.
Which, you know, I'll never do it, but it's nice to fantasize because it would go well, wouldn't it?
Oh, my God. Ugh. Oh my God.
You know, but I think the series of Trump with the food and with Melania ripping off the toupee and the dirty ketchup packets all over the floor, that clearly needs to be called How Presidential. I don't know about the name of the me and my Brady Crocker drag with the egg beaters, but you know. I could dress up like Melania, and maybe she could become so enraged with Donald that she gets the beater out of the thing and she goes towards him.
Do you think Melania has ever baked a cake?
Oh, hell no.
I mean, I've never baked a cake. So...
Oh, that bitch probably doesn't even know how to boil water. You know?
Oh, my God.
Anyway. How Presidential.